Welcome to Why Not Show Love, Episode 10, Reprogramming. Peace, my name is Artivist, educator, and founder of Creative Expressions. Today's vlog is landing on Juneteenth, which is June 19th, a very special day in history. If you don't know what Juneteenth is, look up the hashtag on the gram. But a quick breakdown is, many people feel the slaves were freed during the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863. What happened is many Confederate states just kept it going on, slavery that is. And it wasn't until June 19th, 1965 in Texas, the last state that was holding on to slavery, slavery was truly abolished. And why I put up the air quotes is, right after slavery was abolished, there were laws like Jim Crow, and the criminal industrial complex, prison industrial complex, pardon me, was being highly developed to basically do everything in power to take freed slaves and arrest them. We've seen this going from vagrancy laws all the way into the civil rights movement. So during this whole time, the black community and people of color were being affected to the point where incarceration pretty much replaced slavery. Even past the civil rights movement, when certain laws were changed, there was always forms of oppression. And we also have to understand the generations of trauma that people experienced that lead to certain behaviors that are deemed illegal, the mental health challenges, and the whole nine. So even past the civil rights era, you get the war on drugs. Now, anybody who's faced levels of trauma know that most likely you're going to find a way to attempt to feel good. And a lot of times that feeling good when we have traumatic experiences leads to us consuming and using drugs as just a form of self-medication. So connecting all of this is also connected to the systemic racism that's put into our institutions, as well as capitalism. So once again, if you're healing from your traumas and self-medicating, they'll sell you the alcohol, they'll sell you the weed, and then if you're selling the drugs or doing that, they're going to lock you up for that when you're just trying to heal. Certain communities that are facing higher levels of oppression are more prone to addiction. If you've had your family torn apart, your last name ripped away from you, all your cultural identity removed, how are you expect to just live a quote-unquote normal life when you have all this baggage and all this shit you're dealing with? And even if you are healing and you're off the substances, they'll sell you a gym membership. They're going to sell you this. They're going to sell you that. They're ready to make money off of you anyway and keep us basically insecure. And no matter what you're doing, there's going to be a way to profit off of us. How does this all connect to reprogramming? The only true escape is not an escape. It's facing our situation, which is what's going on in this country right now. We're being forced to face the realities of it and see the truth rise to the surface. I like to say the elephant isn't just in the room, it's walking around taking a shit. So you can't even deny it no more. Terms like Black Lives Matter were used since Trayvon. They were people protesting with Eric Garner. This has been going on for a long time. But because of the current climate and the situation and the combination of COVID, now it's undeniable, a lot of these things. So will the system that was birthed on oppression, capitalized off of slavery, will that system be reformatted and changed? Or does the system have to be broken down and a whole new alternative came? And this is where reprogramming comes in. Take your own self. I'll give you an example with myself. I'm now sober 90 days. I've taken up to like a year off substances. I've taken 3-month breaks, 6-month breaks, everything in between for over 10 years. And I don't punish myself if I go back to using something. I just understand that I'm making progress each time. I got this great chart from a conflict resolution workshop I took that showed progress and time. And it says that healing from trauma doesn't just go like this or even like this. It goes like this. And with those spirals and circles, even though we go backwards and make certain mistakes, we are still eventually elevating and going higher than we were. So I say to myself in reprogramming not to be so hard on ourselves, not to beat ourselves up, to just have the strength to keep on going. So if life gets 50% harder and you get 70% better, that's now 20% more progress that you've made. So take it easy on yourself. In rewiring, it's really about looking inside. So if we want systemic change, government change, global change, how could we dare ask for that shit if we are not changing ourselves and our households, our friendships, our work relationships? If we can't do it on a small level internally, how do we think we're going to make big systematic changes? This is why reprogramming is important. My ask to you is, what are the cycles that you're getting caught up in, even if you've been fighting them for years, and how are you working to reprogram them? And take it easy on yourself, not beat yourself up for that, because that stuff has been conditioned into us. If you grew up in America and you're a person of color, and even if not, most likely we've been conditioned and manipulated by this capitalistic societal system. So until we undo the bullshit, we're gonna have a hard time building further. So look inside, reprogram, hit me up, let me know in the comments what you're doing to make it happen. And let me know if you have any questions. I'm down to build. I'm holding space. Take care of yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually.